Thanks for joining the Discovery Center as we discover at home.
Hi guys, welcome to our Star Wars Day training module. Today we are going to be talking about ion engines, and these guys right here are going to be our models for our engines because obviously we can't use real ones today. Now you guys notice on my table I have a fire blanket, I have fire resistant gloves and a lab coat, I have a fire extinguisher to the side of my table, I have goggles on my head and my hair is pulled back because we're being super safe. Do not try this at home, okay? Please don't try to light things on fire inside of bottles. It's very dangerous, as you're going to see. We're being super safe, so please don't try this at home. So, as rebels in training, you guys know that one of our biggest enemy ships is the TIE fighter. We fight a lot of TIE fighters, okay? They're made in huge quantities, and they're very fast, very maneuverable. Now, TIE stands for Twin Ion Engine. So what we have right here are two ion engines, okay? So what we're going to do is talk about how ion engine works and how they propel TIE fighters forward through space. So an actual ion engine would face this way, and it would have magnetic coils that go around it, and on this side it would have a device that shoots out electrons and one that shoots out a propellant. Now in this case we have a special propellant in the bottom of our jug that's going to be our propellant, and as those two things come together they create charged ions. Those ions would then move through an electrically charged grid that would shoot them out of the back. That would cause our ship to go forward. Okay, so what we're going to do is, since we can't have an actual ion engine, we're going to simulate it with these guys. So, here comes the fire. So I'm going to put on my fireproof gloves and my goggles. Again, safety always comes first. So, alright, so what we're going to do is we have a special fuel on the bottom of this, and we need to get our little makeshift ion engine nice and coated. We'll start with a smaller one. And when I light it, we should get some nice propellant come out of the top. Okay, so I'm going to step back and be really quiet at home so you can hear what happens. Okay, so that was some pretty nice fire come out of the top, right? So if this was in space, it would have shot my bottle off, right? Because in space there's nothing to stop you once you start moving. So that was the small one. Let's do the bigger one. So same as last time, we're going to get it nice and coated in there. Alright. Okay, so that is how an ion engine works. This is what shoots TIE fighters forward in space. It's actually what gives them that characteristic scream as they fly past. And so this is our kind of simulated ion engine. I hope that that was informative for you guys and that you now know a little bit more about one of our most numerous enemy ships. So, now to the blaster fire. We have lots of different blaster fire color in the Star Wars universe. Rebels use red, the Empire uses green. So what we're going to do is we're going to simulate that and create different colored fire, and then talk about how that actually works in a blaster casing. So, I have on my tray right here a special kind of fuel, alright, that I have in this little beaker right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on my goggles, and I'm going to light this guy on fire. Now, obviously, you know, fire produces, there we go. Fire produces quite a bit of heat. So if we, if we take that heat and we add something to it, then that fire actually can create a change and a chemical reaction. It will give us a nice thing. Okay, so we've got some nice fire. All right, now watch what happens when I put potassium nitrate inside. It turns a nice purple color. Okay, so that was purple. Okay, and then if I do a little bit differently, okay, then we'll do a different chemical, and we should get a different color. So how about this guy? All right, that's Rebel Blaster Fire Red. Awesome coloring there. And then we can try this guy right here. This is copper sulfate. And copper turns it a nice green color. Okay, so what's happening in these is whenever we have fire, we have a lot of heat produced. Now when we spray these special chemicals, these metal salts, into our fire, their molecules start to get really excited. They get heated up, And as they start to jump energy levels and then come back down to their original energy level, they release photons, which our eyes see as colored light. So whenever we spray this potassium nitrate into our fire, we get that purple color. It's releasing purple colored photons that we see as colored light. So blaster fire works very similarly. If you fire a blaster, it creates a lot of heat. So all of those molecules get really excited, and as the blaster bolt flies out, you get a colored blaster bolt.
Okay guys, so this is the time where it gets serious. So we're planning to blow up the Death Star, but we want you guys to be prepared for the explosion that's going to occur. So what we're going to do is we're going to have our TIE Fighter, and our TIE Fighter is going to come in, and it's going to zoom in through and find that weak spot in the Death Star. And as soon as it finds that weak spot, a big explosion, and then a big noise, and we want you guys to really be prepared for that. So we're going to try that again. Just make sure you guys know what it's all about. So we're going to come in, find that really small weak spot.
So thank you guys so much for coming to our Star Wars training module. Again, please don't do this at home. This is under controlled conditions. We want you guys to be super safe. We hope you enjoy your Star Wars Day, and we would love to see your Star Wars Day costumes. Tag us on our social media and show us all your awesome creative Star Wars costumes.